What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of J&D Sports Talk. In this episode, I'm going to be giving you my Carolina Panthers versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers film review. We do this every Tuesday. Um, I thought about changing up this content schedule a little bit this week, but probably not going to since it's obviously Christmas. Tonight, I will still stream Carolina Hurricanes single season franchise challenge. I'm gonna try to do 3 games and also Hurricanes game reaction. And also um Wednesday, I thought about putting out my predictions then, but I think what I'm gonna do is Wednesday I'll kind of do like a sports update. I'll predict the Christmas games and just talk about different other things Wednesday. But then Friday is when I'll do my NFL Week 17 predictions because there's 2 games on Saturday and however many on Sunday, Monday. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and let's get right into it. We're going to look at multiple different key plays in this game. Initial takeaways, Carolina obviously played well, got the 3-point win. I think the offense started a little slow in the first half, but once we got that touchdown to T-Mac, things started going, and this offense is better when number 4 gets the ball. So this is going to be early in the game. This is going to be a nice completion to Tetaroa McMillan. Good pocket, everything like that. Bryce Young drops back. He has time. Great offensive line. Hits him. Perfect accuracy. First down, Carolina. That is on 3rd and 6 in the first minute of the game. Here's a nice play by Jimmy Horn Jr. The Carolina Panthers' first drive of the game was really good. We tend to have a good first drive of the game. I have noticed that. But it's going to be a little play action to Rico. Rico's been having a good year, so Tampa has to respect Rico. Look how many eyes they have on him. Then they all realize it's going to the speedster Jimmy Horn Jr. from Colorado. Gets right around. Tommy Tremble had so many good blocks in this game. There's one of them, and Jimmy Horn Jr. breaks a tackle and gets 25 yards on that play. He's a good underrated speed threat for the Panthers. Here's another good run by Rico Dowdle. He had 1,000 yards this game. I think he hit it by halftime, if I remember correctly. Bryce Young under center, looking at the defense. Fakes the handoff left. Coker gives it to Rico. Follows Coker. Follows Tremble, who was a beast in blocking all game. Gets the pancake, and Rico gets 13. Tommy Tremble, awesome job blocking this game. Nobody will talk about it, though, but here's a 7-yard run by Rico Dowdle. I do want to get more film in this episode than I did last week. Again, fake left, go right. Follow the big guy, Damian Lewis. Here's Tommy Tremble. Jalen Coker. Coker using his hands. He's a physical player. Rico's able to get some yards. He probably would have scored if he didn't trip there. Oh, yeah, definitely. He would have hit the hole, but he tripped. It's all good, though. Nice run for Rico. And then we get -3 yards on 3rd and 3. I didn't like this play call here. I think this is one of the very few mistakes Canales made in this game. It's 3rd and 3. I don't like it, especially because the last 2 plays we did a really good job of blocking to the right side and running to the right side. But you're going to see 63 Corbett right here. He's going to have a nice pancake at the 2nd level. Boom. It's kind of a chop, but it is what it is. Yeah, this play didn't really work at all. -3 yards. Ryan Clutch-Gerald gets a field goal. And then Tampa Bay gets the ball. They have some nice runs. This was... Mike Evans had a decent day, but nothing crazy. The zone defense, Baker just picks it apart. Throws a seam ball to Mike Evans. Big receiver. You have to use your hands when you guard them. Receivers like that. Here's a 10-yard catch by Jalen McMillan, who just made his season debut against Atlanta for Tampa Bay. So the Bucs motion him to see if it's man coverage, which Carolina shows it is because Roseboom went with him. in case you didn't know that. So Roseboom's guarding him. He knows it's man coverage. They run a screen that almost didn't work because he almost dropped it, and they get 10 yards. I'm surprised they did a screen on 3rd and 8, especially because they knew it was man coverage. Would have thought they changed the play there. Here's a 12-yard run by Bucky Irving, who's close to scoring. Scott and Roseboom bring him down. They do the same thing. See if it's man coverage or not. Roseboom didn't really follow him. It's zone coverage because when he goes in motion, Morig, they all bump. This is just also, you could learn a thing or two. Since it's zone coverage, they all bump to follow him. And he goes right up the middle. Morig goes that way, runs that way. Horn misses the tackle. Just good block and execution by Tampa Bay. So yeah, I'm sure you know, but in football, if you motion somebody and one person follows him, it's man coverage. But if the linebackers like bump, then it's zone coverage, obviously. And then here's Mike Evans' annual touchdown against Carolina. He's guaranteed to score whenever he plays us, and it's always the same way. I don't know why we always leave him one-on-one, but we do. That's obviously tough to guard. So it is what it is. It's their only play they got. Go to the next page here. Chuba Hubbard with a nice 10-yard run. Tampa is showing 7 at the line. We motion. He follows. Man coverage. He moves down. I would assume he's... I'm glad Bryce Young got rid of the ball when he did, because here's a little defensive end coaching. If you're a defensive end out there, and you're running at this, you don't want to run completely downhill towards the quarterback. You want to run uphill, kind of like right here, because if he ran up here, you want to slow down is the main point. You want to slow down, don't overrun it, because that's what, at the end of the day, that's what Carolina wanted him to do. They wanted him to overrun, think, oh, play action, Bryce might run. He had his hands ready. He doesn't have the ball. So if you're a defensive end and you fly in unblocked, that's likely the offense is letting you. So you want to slow down when you do that. But nice run by Chuba there. And then here's a play that Bryce got sacked, which obviously sucks. Negative 8-yard loss. Motion Sanders. He's been having a good year. Oh, yeah. This is on Corbett. If you see right here, he steps on Bryce's ankle. And I wish Bryce just stayed down there. He tried to get up and get something out of it. But that's on Corbett. Can't do that wide of a step when the quarterback's right there. But, yeah. And then Tampa gets the ball back. Carolina gets a couple of penalties here, which they get a field goal. They're up 10-3. 15-yard penalty because we push the center's head down or accidentally need him in the head, which you can't do that on a field goal. It's an automatic penalty. And then Carolina did a good job on this play. I liked the pursuit. So Tampa's initially going to run to the left with Sean Tucker. He goes left. Carolina's all over it. He tries to cut back right. If you're watching this and you're a young football player, this is why effort matters. I don't know what Baker's dumbass is trying to do, playing for a penalty, but watch J.C. Horn. He could have easily just, plays over, but he comes down, pushes off a weak block, and makes a tackle, which forces Tampa Bay to kick a field goal, and they're up 10-3. If I remember correctly, this was a drop pass by Leggett. This should have been a catch. Definitely. Right down the seam. Right in the hands. But he drops it. That play frustrated me. I was like, come on, man. Make the catch. It's right in your hands on the seam. Alright, so after that play, the Carolina Panthers punt. It's still 10-3. And then we get a nice sack here on Baker Mayfield. He drops back. Roseboom has a great play here. He's right here. This is a nice stunt. Go all the way around and brought Baker down. Very smart play by Christian Roseboom. It's a good linebacker play. If you're a young linebacker out there, that's a nice blitz. And then Tampa Bay punts. Carolina gets the ball back. Here's a nice play by Tedero McMillan, who had a really good game. We're moving past the logo here. We have good field position off the punt. Bryce has time, clean pocket, steps up, nice throw to T-Mac. First down. This is getting closer to the end of the half. Ryan Fitzgerald gets a field goal. Kickoff. Tampa Bay goes, I believe, 3 and out. They do. And then Carolina does a 2-minute drive. Here's Xavier Legette with a play to redeem himself a bit. He's going to get 12 here. So, yeah, this is a 2-minute drill, 2-minute offense, whatever you want to call it. I think people have different preferences. Young takes a snap, fires it. Legette's open. Does a nice move to get past him. Get out of bounds, save the clock, first down. It's a nice play by Carolina. Xavier Legette. And then here's a pass to Rico Dowdle. 8-yard gain here. Takes it. Nothing's open. Looking. Smart check down. He gets some nice yards there. 18 seconds left. And I am not sure why Tampa Bay did cover 0 here. Cover 0 is man coverage. You have no safety though. Everybody blitzes except the DBs who are guarding somebody. So that's what cover 0 is. You're gonna see Tampa bring the house. Like everybody who is not guarding somebody blitzes. That's how cover 0 works. They have 7 blitzing, 4 DBs guarding. So that's honestly, if you recognize that, that's really good for an NFL offense. And if you have a player like Tedero McMillan and a great deep ball thrower like Bryce Young, then that's really good. Yeah, they blitz 7. Great job by Carolina, by the way, picking this up. Young gets it out on time. Boom, right in the end zone. Touchdown, McMillan. That's a beautiful counter to cover 0. And then Tampa gets the ball back at this point. It's halftime. Second half starts here. Score is 13-10. I think Tampa Bay they get a touchdown here. Sean Tucker, 1-yard run. If I remember correctly, nothing was really open, so he bounced outside. Yep. It's kind of an easy one there. They moved right down the field. So it should be 17-13. They get the extra point. Then it's kind of just back and forth. Mitchell Evans, 10-yard gain. Here's a nice McMillan play, 11 yards. I think a lot of people outside of the Panthers fan base loves McMillan. I think he's going to be a really good receiver for years to come in the NFL, and I'm glad Carolina has him. Yeah, 11-yard gain here. Good blocking again. This is a great anticipation and catch. Bryce Young throws this ball when T-Mac is like not even looking. Look at that. Anticipation. Bryce Young trusts McMillan that he's going to be open on that, which obviously he is. Here's a beautiful play by Bryce Young, the Carolina Reaper. He's going to get the snap. Drop back. Step out. Avoids a tackle. Jukes him. Steps up, looks to run, gets Antoine Winfield, a great safety, to come down and throws it right to Jatavion Sanders. One of my favorite things about this play is how Bryce puts his hand up before it's right when it's a touchdown. Awesome play there by Bryce Young. That's him playing that point guard style, point guard role in the offense. Bucs get the ball back, get a field goal. Moving down to crunch time here. Less than 10 minutes to go. Let's see here. Yeah, this is like Mega Igbuka's one and only catch. It was just a coverage bust. He's right here. He's just gonna run straight down the field. He gets 40. This is an unfortunate one to allow because they're inside their own 10-yard line. Yeah, Baker steps up, just runs straight down the field. If that ball had another second, Nick Scott would have let him up right when he touched it. And then they don't get on anything out of that. And then Carolina gets the ball with less than 5 minutes left. The last thing you want to do is give Carolina the ball late in the game because we are like 7-1 in close games. Not even lying. And Bryce Young has 12 career game-winning drives, which is most by an NFL quarterback since 2023. He's the youngest quarterback to have that many in his career. Here's a beautiful deep ball to Jalen Coker, who's an underrated player. Great blitz pickup. Dude, what a throw. I mean, just what a throw. It was DPI, by the way. Great throw, great catch. Jalen Coker's a dog. Bryce Young's one of the best deep pass players in the NFL. Panthers get a field goal. Bucs get the ball for the last time. 2-minute offense. And Mr. Lathan Ransom, the rookie fourth-round pick out of Ohio State, who I've been saying we should start, makes an awesome play for the Panthers. This is miscommunication between the Bucs. Baker thought Evans was going that way, but Ransom threw it right to him. I was yelling, get down, and Carolina takes the Week 16 matchup. Job's not finished. We still see them. Week 18, that's probably going to come down to the division considering Miami's not going to beat Tampa. Hopefully they do. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. Check out all my other videos. Check out our TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, JD Sports Talk. Hope you guys enjoyed this film review. Make sure you come back for tonight's stream, Carolina Hurricanes, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.